Okay, so I have picked up a set of these scissors from Messi Paoloni. They're coaxial cable scissors. And I'll be honest, up until now I've always been really sceptical. I've always used just a knife and a set of cutters to put my cables together. And it's not great, to be honest, because if you're not careful removing the sheath, then you can nip the braiding, which isn't good. Now, I've always been really sceptical and cynical of these. Do I actually need them? I don't normally do sponsored videos, and I've put this down as a sponsored video because Martin Lynch and Sons, when I went in there, they recognised me from YouTube and gave me a very slight discount on these. I did still pay for them. It was only a small discount, but I did get a slight discount. So make of that what you will. I did say I'd make a video on them. So let's make up a cable and see how we get on. Okay, so I've got all my bits from my PL259 laid out here. I've got my ASL5. These connectors do come with a bit of heat shrink, but to be brutally honest, I'm using this indoors as a patch lead between my radio and amplifier and other ancillaries, so I'm not going to bother with that. I'm going to get rid of that. So got my scissors here, and just ever so gently, gentle pressure, just going to cut through the outer layer. I literally just scored that, and then breaking away the outer layer. So there we go. That's that out of the way. I'm going to put the metal part over there, along with this metal washer and black rubber seal. Just like so. Now, what we need to do is pull the braiding back and push this in under the braiding. The problem I always have with this is these are always a bit too tight to squeeze underneath here. So what I've seen some people do, and what I generally do, is I just put a tiny slit, oops, without taking my fingers out, tiny slit in the end there. So then we'll pull that back. So now I can slide that over there. Might need to squeeze it down just a tiny bit and push it in. There you go. Next thing, take my scissors again. We need to remove this foil and the dielectric to give us something to solder the pin to. So I'm going to take that back as far as I can. And again, being really gentle. So there comes the foil and the dielectric. I'm actually liking these scissors, and cut that back to the required length, which I reckon is about there. So get that out of the way, and then we have our center pin, and of course our little white bit here. So that over there, and that over there. Bit of soldering through the hole, and then just let it cool down. So hopefully that should be properly soldered and secure now. I'm just going to give it a couple of minutes to cool down, then we'll be back. Okay, so I've given it a few minutes to cool down. It's still a little bit warm to the touch, but I can feel that's securely soldered on there. That's not going anywhere. I'm going to take the scissors and just give it a bit of a haircut, take off these loose bits of braid around here. Pull the rubber washer down like so, and up to there, and push that in. See the center pin comes through there, push it all the way in, what I do, you see you've got some flat edges on there and on here. So what I do is I just take a set of swan necks and grip it like that, and an adjustable spanner, and tighten up the other end. So I'll do that off camera. And there you can see we've got our connector all done up. Now don't do this bit up too tight. You can see it's just squishing down that rubber washer there to keep the moisture out, not that it's going outside. But you don't want to go too nuts on there, otherwise the rubber washer pushes out and it won't be watertight and it'll damage the seal. So you just want to nip it up until it starts to squash the seal, and that should be good enough. Right, so Coax cable scissors from Messi Paoloni. Are they worth the 20 quid? I've made up about 3 or 4 cables today, and it has saved me a hell of a lot of time. So I think the conclusion is, if you're only making up one cable, it's probably not worth it. But if you're going to be making up several cables, and bearing in mind, once you've bought them once, you'll have them the next time round, I think they're worth the 20 quid. I was always sceptical up until today, but I think I'm sold on them.